So that's the wonderful thing. It's no different than everything else. You know what I mean? It's like you have a song and you in the club and people out there going, yeah, you know, and you're like, oh shit. That's
like people reacting to the shit.
Todd had a hit out back. I remember back in the day. I wish he'd talked more about it.
Maybe he will.
Pure Soul, man. Tell them a little bit about that journey with Pure Soul. I mean, that was like we was like, like that was crazy back then.
That was a group that was on Interscope.
Fire Sisters too.
Yeah, like I think Interscope was just kind of coming into its own, and yeah, they picked up this group we had been working on in DC.
How'd y'all get going?
What year was that? Like, how long ago was that? Like,
it was like in 96.
96, mid 90s.
Yeah, mid 90s. But yeah, you know, it's just these local girls from. I went to Howard, I think, and I was messing with this guy, man. He's like the manager for Drew Hill. That was like his claim to fame, and Maya. But that was before all of that popped off. But anyways, we did this thing in the studio. Me and this girl, this talented keyboard player, her name was Kim Jordan. And yeah, you know, we produced pretty much our whole album. Teddy Riley was on the album. Who else was on it? Raphael Sadiq. Yeah, so you know, and then we had a hit record off of it. You know, it was like the first thing I did ever in the music game.
Really?
Yep.
This is the first time you made a check off of your music, or had you been paid to make music?
That was the first check I made, man.
And how many
check.
like it was?
I used to take my checks and cash them, like.
So and this is like
go to check cash spot.
What was the name of the song? It was like a wedding hit song, right? It was a hit record. Like people played it for the whole year, right?
It's called like "We Must Be in Love." It was like top 5, man. Like top 5 R&B record. You know what I mean? So.
First record you put out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of crazy. But after that, I don't know. I guess my head got a little big. You know what I mean? And I probably made a couple bad moves in the game. You know, kind of alienated myself from some people. And then got a little disgruntled. And I quit the game for like 4 years. Didn't do any music. Got a 9 to 5. Put on a shirt and tie. Went to work at this job.
Wow. What brought you back in?
The girl I was dating at the time, she was saying I was making everybody around her miserable. I'm never going to be happy until I do music. So,
really?
You know, she encouraged me. You know, we're not together anymore, but I'm always grateful for her for that. You know, she kind of pushed me back into it, and so I kind of got back into it, and you know, started a little studio in Maryland, and met some people. People brought me out here, and that's like the front part of the story.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And ended up in San Diego working on some shit for Atlantic, and you know, here I am. So,
Tell a little about that whole Drew Hill crazy.
Oh yeah, you know.
That needs to be documented.
I mean, I'm not going to speak too much on it. You know what I mean? It's just,
I mean, I don't want you badmouth nobody. I'm not saying just.
I don't want to speak too much on it. It's just, we kind of started out after the Pure Soul thing. You know, we were working on it with them. They weren't even called Drew Hill. They were called Legacy back in the day. And we kind of worked, but I guess I fell out with the manager right before they got their deal. You know, 'cause I kind of helped them put their demo together and everything. And then, so like, you know, a couple months later, I'm seeing these cats like just exploding, and I'm like, oh shit! I missed the boat on that one. You know what I mean? It was like big, much bigger than the first record we did, like with Pure Soul. So you know.
Now, is there any like advice you could give to aspiring producers and artists that you kind of learned through working those two situations, the Pure Soul situation and the Drew Hill situation? Like looking back, hindsight being 2020, what you would have done differently, or something you could offer people off of that?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you gotta look at everything as a learning experience. You know what I mean? Even like your bad decisions. You know what I mean? You know, just you walking around with a big head. You know what I mean? I'm glad I got that over with early in my career.
Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to now. You know what I mean? So, you know, you get a check, you don't bug it out. You know what I mean? And but that's what you're supposed to do. Like you get money, a little money when you early on. You fuck it up.
Right.
Have some fun. You blow it. Hopefully you can bounce back from that. You learn and you move on. You know what I mean? So everything you do is a learning experience. I don't regret anything. You know what I mean? So,
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, if I had maybe a little more intelligence at the time, I probably would have handled things a little differently. Be a little smarter about things. You know what I mean? But
But you probably, from what you're saying, you gain so much in the learning experience that it's all worthwhile, right?
Yeah,
It's all
you know what I
worth it.
mean. So like like when you go through things like like when you rise up from the ashes, man. You know what I mean. And that's kind of like where I'm at with this, because especially in this game, and your career goes up and down a lot.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? You be up a minute. Don't get too comfortable, because you never know what's gonna happen. But hopefully you'll be, frugal with your money. You know what I mean? Don't enjoy yourself, but just don't bug it out. But the longevity, man, is the name of this shit. Staying in the game. You know what I mean? It's being valid, staying in the game. So
That's what's up.